All right, guys, welcome back. It is time for more European ECS action. We've got FaZe and Mousesports up on map 2. FaZe losing out on Mirage. Looked like they're pretty good for it, but now we move into Dust 2, which is always a good one for Mousesports, isn't it, Janko? Or is it?
Yes, it is, Dan. It is their best map, in my opinion. It is also the favorite map of chrisJ, and he usually performs really well on it, which is obviously of extreme importance for Mousesports, seeing as he is the primary opper of the team, and the ops are extremely potent on Dust 2.
Well, James, what do you want to see? What do you expect? What are your thoughts?
I want to see NiKo AWPing as well. Obviously, we've seen NiKo as a great AWPer, as well as just great at every facet of the game, it seems. So I want to see that. Again, we saw double ops in the previous match today, and I want to see it again from NiKo. I think that Mousesports have a great chance to take a 2-0 here, but I don't know that they always do when they have a great opportunity, because I feel like they won a map that FaZe should have won. So now they've taken that away from FaZe. They should win 2-0, in my opinion, or they have a good chance to, but they don't always close in a 2-0 fashion when they have the opportunity to.
I agree. I also think one of the reasons why Mousesports is really strong on this map is also Nex on that B bomb site. He's really proficient at holding it, defending against those mid to B splits. Yes, Denis is with him as well, and you could see that they approach that bomb site as a duo, which is what we were referencing in some of the other Dust 2 games. They will either mostly focus on B tunnels first, then turning towards mid in their defense, but they are really good at making that happen. And also considering that the trio of Mousesports with NiKo, chrisJ, and Nex played really well on Mirage, I would expect them to close this out 2-0 here.
All right, well, it is time to get into it to see if Prophet Janko, or rather the prophecies spun by Prophet Janko, will be coming true. We have the CT side of FaZe versus the T side of Mousesports to kick things off. And it's going to be time to see whether we can get any action early on, any aggression. I mean, there's actually no aggression here towards the beginning of the catwalk area, which is normally what you would actually expect to see, but we don't have it just yet. It's going to be, in fact, Mousesports. We're just going to be huddling up together towards A-Long, readying to push towards the A-Long area, where there are two CTs and jkaem and Fox ready to receive. Nades over there, not very nice little pop flash, very simple stuff. And look at this crossfire, as if FaZe already knew that this was coming, but the setup is not working. It's just simply not doing the job it's supposed to do, leaving everything into the hands of aizy and kioShiMa in this 2 versus 4. And NiKo is going to come in from the side there and end what looked like maybe it could have resulted in a frag or two from aizy, but no, denied by the one true god. It is NiKo. We've got kioShiMa trying to work his way back in against 4 players, and that is a very tough task. He will be able to drop just 1 there, but still 3 more players to go. kioShiMa making his way to the site, and that's going to be that. Next, we'll find that frag from Goose, and the round will be won by Mousesports. So Mousesports, the favoured side for Dust 2, said Janko. Well, they'll be getting the favoured start as well. Always very strong to win that T-pistol as far as the economies go. And we'll see the scout, actually, the force buy coming in from FaZe. They're going to go all in for this one. Now, usually you would expect if a team has good anti-eco, anti-force buy type rounds, that it should be able to be very successful most of the time against the CTs, but whoa. kioShiMa in there with a quick headshot on the scout. He gets a second one as well, and jkaem going up middle now for a 3rd frag. And all of a sudden, Mousesports have lost everyone. It's just Spitty, and he's got 18 points of health. This is huge. Spitty needs to at least kill another player here to prevent some weapons being carried into the next round for FaZe, should they win it, which it looks highly likely that they will. What a devastating result. And it is hard to stop that. kioShiMa hit 2 excellent shots there. Sometimes there's just nothing that can be done, and Mousesports are in a sore spot. So we would expect to see them just forcing right back, actually, in the following rounds. And assuming Spitty survives here, which he will, it looks like, because FaZe seem to have no interest in going for the frag. Looks like they just want to hold on to what they have, which is actually a smart play. I'm sure there will be weapons that they can collect towards the end of the round. I mean, there is so much time as the action happens so quickly. It is just a hold on nothing that we're staring at right now, which is fair enough. You can hear the nice ambient noises there, the occasional sound of the blades of the helicopter that sometimes passes above. And Spitty just waits. Some movements. Looks like they're going to finally collect the weapons as the time is going to be elapsing soon. And this is quite hilarious because they might actually not pick up another weapon. Okay, we will actually get an MP7 on Rain.
You reminded me of
the.
You reminded me of the helicopter on Dust, there, on D Dust, in CT Spawn. That was a nice sound. That's all I have to say about that. The 1 AK onto Spitty. The rest of the team going to buy some menacing weapons. Some P50.
Ooh. Again! That's the third one, James.
Really?
Yeah, last round, 2 of those on B.
Early potatoes. FaZe with all the toys. I love the positions here from jkaem. Oh, he tried to go deep with the Molotov, but he didn't go deep enough. Spitty checking the corner as well, wondering where all the angles are being held. Rain on the corner of the smoke there, coming out. Bomb goes up, and down again. chrisJ with no Kevlar, of course, because he is... Well, he's got $600, so who knows. But he's got no Kevlar. He couldn't afford it. Nice one AT there, and he's got himself an M4. And now there is damage to be done, and a round to be won because he's got himself 2 1v1s, and he's got a minute on the clock here. Got to be paranoid of the flank. Again, the problem for chrisJ is he does not have any armor. As soon as he flashes, kioShiMa with the scouts will only require 1 shot to the chest or the back when there's no Kevlar to get the frag. So 2-1 early advantages here for FaZe. Mousesports on the eco now. So indeed, chrisJ 2800 on the clock. In the bank.
Clock.
And I'm guessing, did Mousesports win the pistol? They did indeed, so he's looking at 2400. So I guess it's AWP no helmets. Flash coming in, and there are many people to find here. aizy very smartly, not going to overextend once again. Going to move back, make sure he gets 1 versus 1 here. Use the cover at his advantage. Almost an ace. So much money made though. That would have been a clean $3,000 there. Money.
Money.
He is flossing, as you would say, in various poor parts of the country, Dan.
Well, it's time for the AWP on chrisJ, and we know how dangerous that can be. It'd be cool to see he return to form. He's going to be looking for that gap shot, but there will be no one to be gapped just yet. kioShiMa, he's looking to keep rolling in with the shenanigans on the scout, man. He's feeling it. He is feeling himself with that scouts. And right now it's not going to be really mounted too much, seemingly, as we will have...
Oh, loady.
A nade. Fade away nades.
That's almost 100 HP nade then.
Fade away.
That's brutal. It's menacing. It's mean. So, Mousesports looking for information towards the mid area. They've left the apps alone. Got Rain going for the jump peak. So, less likely to get pre-aimed or pre-fired. From that position, you can see Denis looking for it as well, and he has indeed been spotted. Rain has a player in for support here, so he isn't alone in this situation. The flash coming in, manages to avoid it, and the T's streaming in, and they're getting taken down. That's 3 for 0 for FaZe. chrisJ answering with 1 frag here, but they're going to need a hell of a lot more than that. Loads more nades coming in. chrisJ trying to hold the angle, but he's got no Kevlar at all. Next taking that box. jkaem could get taken down in isolation here. Manages across the door. Unless they can get stuck in the head, those shots through the door will not amount to much.
Oh dear, James. Is he actually going to be able to sneak behind them? That would be a travesty, considering that it's a very failed smoke.
I thought he saw the legs there when he crossed.
Yeah. Interesting. The smoke is gone now.
Not.
Smoke is no more. But will Mousesports be able to do anything here? They're not really giving themselves much opportunities. In fact, it looks like the time's just going to run out. And they're going to try to save these, but in comes jkaem from above, and maybe wishing that he hadn't switched out for the AWP on the floor there. But jkaem, he's going to make more money. Look at this guy.
How awesome is that? Kill 2 people with an MP9, pick up an AWP. That's... Yeah. He made knife aside, he made as much money as possible, then picked up almost the most expensive gun.
The most expensive useful gun?
Yes. The most expensive
bar the Scott.
The most expensive important gun. Unless it's the last round and you are holding B with a Maget, that is a legit play. You heard it here first. Mousesports on NiKo again. chrisJ won't be getting any 1 digs, but we have many digs available on this C side, so these CTs will need to be careful, especially because NiKo is still alive. He's on the map somewhere. They must find him and eliminate him, and indeed NiKo is the last man standing now. So this is not a situation where you want to be standing at any usual angles. Definitely off angles recommended. Checking though, going back to old faithful there.
NiKo is so consistent, isn't he? With the deagle, he's super consistent. He knows that if he doesn't get aim punched, he's going to kill the guy. He just knows that.
Yeah, but I think when you know NiKo's coming for you with a deagle, you can't hold a normal peak angle.
Right.
You have to hold an off angle. Otherwise, you're going to get shot in the face. I think if you hold an off angle, then his percentages will probably go down quite considerably. But there we go. NiKo with a good spawn over towards B. Again, this angle is because you have to jump on the wood. You can't, if you want to get over to the platform, you have to expose yourself like that. And either way, aizy trying to hold things down. Now he's got to get flash and chrisJ will take him down, but support is here, the cavalry in rain. And the bomb is in a very secure spot, but it's only a 1-man advantage at the moment for the CTs. Being careful as they don't know where the second player is. You see Next firing some shots there, but there is a flank coming in from his teammate, Fiey, who's making his way up short.
But the issue there, I mean, is that they were too aggressive just because of the pick. They could have just held, but you could see that there's the other 2 players sitting next, one in a position to do anything. So very, very eager to get in there, and this time it just didn't work out. And Fiey, he can save the day actually. I mean, Mousesports, if Fiey gets this kill, if he checks his position, maybe there's a chance, but they will lose next, meaning that it's just Fiey left. That's unfortunate. Had next been unknown for longer, there could be a place to be made here, but now Fiey has to do something quite ridiculous, which is to push it back into the side here, pick up the bomb with 30 seconds left against Molotovs, against an AWP, against an M4 of Rain and Fox. What? Fiey's going to get the first kill though, and now he's going to go back in for seconds. He's going to spot Rain, toss the flash over, go for the peek now. He's depositioned his opponent, but he's got 20 seconds, so time is... Oh, the SSR, he jumped down, almost get the frag as well. 15 health left on Rain. So close there. That is somewhat impressive from Fiey.
The nade, he pulled out for the nade, he drew for the nade, he saw the guy who was just there, he drew for the nade, Dan. He drew for the nade. I don't know what else to say. 2 AWPs for the FaZe side, 5-round lead for them. Pure AKs for Mousesports. So, if I remember correctly, FaZe got off to a good start on the previous map as well, but they didn't manage to take that one, so let's not read too far into this just yet. Full utility here for the CTs. kioShiMa with the second AWP. Have we seen aizy AWPing for them before?
aizy is...
I want to say yes.
A bit of a jack of all trades, but mostly just on the rifles. I think very situationally and all, but not really. They got Fox, man. Here we go. We got the frags coming in for aizy there. We're putting that rifle to work as he holds down the middle approach pretty much by himself. So that's pretty strong. That is pretty strong right now. FaZe having a whale of a time. The whale is not beached. It is free in the deep waters. With much plentiful supplies of plankton, James. I know you saw. You must have seen some whales recently. You were in an aquarium, no?
I don't think you really get whales in aquariums.
Why not? Why not?
Have you been to an aquarium before?
When I was very little.
Did you see a whale in there?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I think you'd need quite a large aquarium to fit.
I thought you went to the biggest aquarium in Europe or something.
It's one of the biggest ones, but I don't think you can put a whale. I mean, when you say a whale,
I'm pretty sure that you can. I mean,
like,
you have
orcas aside.
Yeah.
I mean, but
that counts as a whale.
Even, I suppose it does if you're being technical, but really, when you think whale, Dan, you think like
how else are you supposed to be other than
object
technical?
in the sea.
How is a giant object in the sea? Is that your definition of whale? So a giant squid can be a whale. A sunken ship can be a whale. Is that what you're saying? Just any giant object, inanimate or not, living or dead.
Oh dear.
That's what you just said.
You don't get
Look
whales.
at what? Look at what?
You don't get whales in
How are
aquariums.
you trying to save yourself?
You don't get whales in aquariums, right? Whales are massive.
So is killer whale is massive.
I don't know that you get killer whales in aquariums though.
They do.
You're thinking SeaWorld, aren't you?
How is that not an aquarium?
It's not an aquarium. It's like a performance show, or whatever you even call it. I don't know.
If it's got fish.
The whales they headbutt
In
the floor to try and
captivity.
kill themselves, Dan.
For show, it's an aquarium. They're in a massive glass tank. For show, it's aquarium. It's an aquarium show. So they're in
Sea life
captivity.
does not count as an aquarium. I don't think it even qualifies as an aquarium actually. Sea life is where whales go to die then, by suicide, by headbutting the floor. Unfortunately.
Isn't it just a prison?
Someone's
Isn't that the thing though?
now.
They don't get to die there. They're just kept alive in captivity, which is probably worse than death, James.
This is a conversation for another day, Dan. Before the lawsuits come flying in. 3 CTs over towards A, and 2 towards B. Back to you, Dan.
So the thing about whales, James.
Alright, I'll take over from here. Mousesports moving through mid. 3 of the 5 plays with kevlars. And kioShiMa is ready and waiting, and he is quick on the trigger finger. How many more can he find, though? 2. He isn't on his own right now, but he's looking behind him while standing in the window. When aizy can surely cover that for him, and that might be a problem. So now we have Mousesports on a clean bomb site, but the bomb... Oh no! Oh no! That's a disaster! NiKo trying to get the bomb, he gets blocked by the Molotov, then he picks up the AWP. But the bomb is still there. You can't E the bomb, Dan. You have to stand on the bomb. You can't E the bomb. That is the biggest nade block I have maybe ever seen.
There's another one ready as well. jkaem's got one too.
Actually, what was worse than that was a time when we saw somebody try to get run boosted on short and they got hit by a grenade as soon as they left the corner. That was quite hilarious. But that was also pretty bad. 33 seconds left now for them to simply run in and back out again. Or should I say run out and back in again, Dan? That would make more sense.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Oh, please. What a heroic play. The bomb's gone even further now. Down to the 1 versus 1. And jkaem will clear things up. Fox, the innocent victim once again. NiKo just trying to kill Fox every round.
Fox is a massive victim. I feel very sorry for him in this series. Especially on Mirage, on the CT side. I don't think you can just be shut down more than that, and it's just not even his fault. It's just not. Sometimes the dice rolls, and then you're bankrupt.
Well, they won a round.
They did.
He can take one down as long as he takes it for the team. Oh, I like this peak. I can't remember if this extends through the door before you fall off. Aizy caught in no man's land here. Next gets taken down by surprise. So we've got a man advantage. 4 versus 3. The CTs will take that. They'll take it all day. Got the pot flash coming in, but it's a bit telegraphed. That said, Rain is still getting flashed here. And nobody will engage NiKo just yet. Rain takes him down as he pushes through the door. chrisJ looking for a player, but jkaem's hiding behind the barrel here. Pops up, and down goes chrisJ.
Yeah, very snappy stuff there from jkaem. And guess it's going to be a reset maybe for Mousesports, although Spiddy's able to fight back a little bit. He does have some time here, but he's going to be pressured from behind. Swaps out for the AWP there to scan for some frags, but there's a timer on his push here because he's going to get shot in the back.
In the butt.
And he will die. So 9-1, and that's going to be That's going to be that.
It's going to be down to 1 there.
Yeah, that's going to be that. 9-1. It's a pretty rough scoreline to be on, especially after getting reset like Mousesports did. But due to the round loss bonus, the bombs down and so on, they do actually have enough here for another purchase, although chrisJ is on a Tech 9.
Rain has a clean $10,000 in the bank. You have to respect that.
Why?
He's got zeros in the bank. With the 1 on the end, on the front, not the end. The end has a 0. So Mousesports have taken control of the long area. All of them, all of Mousesports, the entire team, the whole roster.
Even the manager is probably there.
Yeah, he's probably there somewhere in a box on blue. All on long together. What can they do with such map control? Fox hunting, Fox finding. Not the kind of Fox hunting that Mousesports is looking for. And we have that war of attrition coming in again, down to the 3 versus 3. Could have gone better for the CTs. Going worse now. Spiddy taking down Fox after he gets flashed. FaZe, aizy looking around the corner of the smoke, and he will spot NiKo there and takes down Denis as well. That looked absolutely ridiculous. 2 versus 1. Spiddy on the side. Doesn't know where to look at the moment. So many places, but only 2 people to find. And kioShiMa will finish him off with aizy there for cameo.
So the money has been broken for Mousesports. They can't actually force here. They probably should just force it because they're down so many rounds at this point, and they can get some rifles. Like they could get, for example, 3 rifles and have 2 players, maybe even on just Galils and lots of nades, or 2 Tech 9s and lots of nades. And then if you have like a set piece you can run, it'd be a really good round to run it because generally speaking, we've got FaZe on double AWP, and if you're able to have like that ace set execute that we have from NIP, and you run it in a round like this, it's actually going to be probably quite successful. You get the bomb down, you get after plant, and that also means that you might be able to even buy in the following round. I'm not sure actually. I think they don't think they've lost enough in a row for that, but still, there are options there. They do go with the quasi instead. You see the Tech 9 Kevlar. Looks like Next is actually going to find a frag there, but where the returns here from FaZe. Looks like they're struggling to hold onto long. FaZe will actually fall back out of there, and it's amazing to find 2 people just hanging out. Hanging out, James.
Food to be served down. Waiting for the food to be served, but they will be the food. They'll be shared by the FaZe family. They'll be spread over the bonfire and they'll be roasted.
They'll be fed to the sharks.
They'll be duly consumed.
The sharks who are in captivity, James. There are many of them. Did you see sharks?
I saw sharks, Dan. I did see sharks. I saw a number of sharks.
Sharks are the scariest,
of
one of the
varying
scariest
forms
things
and
to me.
sizes.
I'm incredibly scared of sharks.
And you should be that.
I know, right?
Apart from basking sharks, which look very scary, but are in fact vegetarians found off the coast of Dover. Dorset, not Dover. Well, we've got the T's moving over towards the bomb site. Absolutely. T's moving over towards the bomb site. kioShiMa holding the angle with the AWP. He's made it onto the platform without being taken down by NiKo on this occasion. chrisJ gets taken down elsewhere. There goes NiKo as well. Just the rifles remain now. Bomb still in suicide. Nothing doing for Mousesports in this round.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a tough one. With the 2 AWPs, but you never know. On Dust 2, it's always possible, to be honest. One of the reasons why it's always going to be a fun map. So open, but the AWPs in there, there is a hope. There is a chance. But they're getting completely destroyed at the moment. They are getting completely destroyed. I can't wait to see what Yanko has to say about this. Oh, we saw a barrel, James. He's going to go in. He's going to go all the way in.
He did go in, Dan, and he finished everything. There's nothing left. Next and Spiddy with 49 seconds left. They kind of have control of the bomb at the moment, but there is a player top mid, and that, I believe, is jkaem, who's hunting, and Next is looking. What's going on? There's literally no map control here. And there we go, jkaem is found, but Next is lost, as is the bomb with 30 seconds left. It's not even about damage, really. At this point, FaZe have loads of money in their bank, and there are only 2 rounds following this one, and that noise will give Spiddy's position away. Rain can go for a double peek of his teammate, and there is the finish. I meant to say not Devon, not Dorset, Devon, not Dover. Devon, off the coast of Devon.
Okay, because I was going to say, I lived in Dorset next to the sea for a long time, and was in the sea much, and that basically just ruins it for me completely. I'm just never going back in the
Devon,
water
not
there.
Dorset. Auto Sniper Dan, coming out onto kioShiMa.
Bournemouth Beach, rip.
Sniper versus Scout.
So, I do have a painful beep story. You know your microphone is muted, James. You muted it and you were talking.
Too many Ds.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
Devon,
about?
Dorset, Dover.
All the Ds.
And they're all 2 syllables as well. Very confusing.
So it's time to get on into the 14th round. We've got the auto sniper from kioShiMa, as it's a suboptimal buy here for Mousesports. They have a scout on chrisJ. Brilliant. So we've got Mousesports moving up catwalk now, looking for some control, some pressure, maybe bait out some grenades, but there are many grenades here for FaZe. They're not worrying for utility, just or generally anything. I think they would love a play to come into either bomb site at this point. They're playing very passively, actually. I mean, normally you would see maybe if they were afraid of a B split, they would have a guy in mid, but they don't seem to care about that. They're just going to play the blind defense. 3 players on A. And so this will be a very strong defense, more or less wherever FaZe go, just because the auto sniper's on B. And they got Fox here with an AWP on A. They got a player on Goose, basically Goose. So Mousesports deciding to go for the B split. I think this is the better of the 2 plays, because it's a big rotation time for the players from A to B on the CT side. Let's see if they can get in there.
Pushing through the door, and the auto sniper will announce its position. There are 2 players in the B bomb site here, but kioShiMa's going to have to reposition. And now his teammate on the car to watch things, but he wants to frag. He's greedy. He'll take 1 more, but he'll get taken down. Now it's aizy to clean up the rest of the players, trying to be conservative with the bullets, but it's only Spiddy left here. Second last round, he has to win the round. There's no good in doing damage and losing. He must go for the W here, the win. W-I-N, but it will be L-O-S-E for him, Dan.
It's just Sesame Street.
I hated Sesame Street.
Because sometimes I feel like the count, you know, he gets 1, 2, 3, It'd be like the count from Sesame Street. That's what I think sometimes when you got casters or commentators just counting the frags. We were talking about Pythagoras earlier. This and Wales. This is an educational show, maybe.
I like to think it is an educational show, Dan.
Next time, I'm going to talk about
That sounds very exciting. kioShiMa has got been... wow, okay. Well, it seems that Mousesports will wait for the last... Oh, Fox says no! Where do we go from here, Dan?
That is the reckoning from Fox. He is mad, James. He is so mad. He's been pushed to the breaking point. Every time, NiKo, you're shooting me in the face with the deagle. I've had enough. I've had enough. And FaZe are going to take 14-1 with a double there. And that was the shot. Look at the string of rounds there. All your ducks in a row. And the only round that was won by Mousesports was the pistol round. They lost everything else. Everything else was a desperate failure, James. More of a failure than my education. Tumbleweed. Let the tumbleweed roll.
Do you know how to spell tumbleweed, Dan?
T-U-M.
I don't know to what level your education failed.
W-E-E-D.
I know not to what level your education failed. I know not to what level your education failed. 3rd time's a charm. Therefore, I must check. So, to what level will Mousesports fail on Dust 2, Dan? Right now, it's to a great level, but there's still a chance of recovery. They're on the CT side. They have the range of the USPs at their advantage. There's only 1 P250 onto Rain, which means the range of Glocks is going to suck. We've got the smoke coming down onto short. This is almost a repeat of what we saw yesterday. Smoke onto short, lets the CT just peek up, but you didn't see people get wrecked like that. Good start here for FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe in a position where they could possibly 16-1 Mousesports. That would be something pretty unexpected. Here we go, Mousesports fighting back. Able to pick up some kills here. Fighting to the last. And back to the 2 versus 2. Rain, well, 2 versus 1. Denis will take down jkaem, leaving Rain on 16 points of health. He's in the red, James, and he is without any plasters, any band-aids.
His wife's in the red.
Any medical assistance. This is not a Half-Life 1. You can't find those little dispensers on the wall that heal you magically, heal your suit. He's not wearing a suit, James. He's got no Kevlar. There's no suit.
Players have been spotted, and CCs will rotate. Although they're not really rotating, they're more running in a straight line if we're going to get technical with it. Rain jumping past the angle. Is he really going to do this? He made it through the door. Fun was to be had, but the fun will go the way of Mousesports. Mousesports will double their score, Dan, in the first round of the second half. Next, and Denis, leading by example. So, Fox and Co. will pick up some pistols. I say Fox and Co, but Fox is not picking up anything just yet. He is the upper for the side, which means even on ecos, he needs a certain amount of money. I think he needs 1,500 at the start of round 2 to be able to buy an AUG, armor, and nothing else. He has, I think, 2,000, so he will be afforded the odd toy, 1 or 2 toys. NiKo, that is dirty. Show me some more filth. There we go, finally gets another one. So, Joakim, last man standing, everyone's dead. That's great. Let's move on. 14-3, a mere 11 rounds for Mousesports to catch up.
11, indeed. That's a lot of rounds, James. That is more rounds than I have fingers.
There are some people with 11 fingers.
But not I.
I think there are some cats as well. Wait, never mind cats. It's just 6 people. Moving into long are the FaZe team with the AKs here. The scout continues on to chrisJ. Fiey with a grenade in his hand once again. That guy just loves pulling grenades out. He's going to go down. Mousesports side can't get the flashbangs in time. So chrisJ will upgrade the scout for the M4. I mean, to be honest, in that position, he could just use the scout and then pick up the M4 afterwards. That would make sense to me.
Well, they're going to lose a player on Cat there. He's going to die. There's next in there as well. Multiple kills going in favour of the CT side of Mousesports. But there are 2 AK players left. We've got kioShiMa, we've got Rain. We've got the Rain monster trying to get some headshots here. He won't be getting anything going his way, which is unfortunate because if they got the split working, the chances for them in this round would have been good. But unfortunately now for the FaZe side, they are in a little bit of a predicament with kioShiMa in a spot where he can't really easily recover the bomb. CTs have knowledge of the bomb, and kioShiMa is exposed, James. Fully exposed.
Is he wearing the Mac Dan? Are the buttons undone? Is he at that level of exposed?
Completely.
Not yet, but he might be. If this double peak reigns true. Oh, he misses the shot. It is not to be. And he was exposed after all that. He was on a scale of on a scale of 1 to National Enquirer, Dan. He was pretty exposed.
So here it is, Mousesports. They're working their way back for this comeback, but it's But it's going to be like the journey of the Fellowship of the Ring, James.
Smeagol.
And they're not even into Mordor yet.
Who's
not
Smeagol?
even up to Mount Doom just yet.
I think chrisJ looks like Smeagol. If I had to pick one, who did? I'd say chrisJ's the most Smeagol-like on Mousesports. Like if you gave him a wig with like straight strands of hair and stuff, and like painted him like a grey green, he could be Smeagol.
Sure, people are working on it on Photoshop as we speak. Well, chrisJ will be getting the frags here, all the frag, singular, not plural. Still not plural. Still working on plural. Bomb will actually go down as chrisJ missed so many shots there. They've actually got the plant, so money is being made by FaZe, which will make the lives of Mousesports slightly more difficult.
Oh, the timing. It's a teammate, Joakim. Good thing he was reloading, maybe he would have shot him in the face. aizy stuck. And in a bit of a bother now. The CT's charging through the Molotov here, and that's going to cause them a great bit of bother. But, I mean, look at that. NiKo, chrisJ, next. Could have all been shot in the chest once by the Deagle and gone down. However, it was not to be. Not this time. 9-round deficit.
So what is that? So would NiKo be like Legolas then? Wrecking Fools.
I don't know what Nex and Spinny look like, or Denis. I only know what chrisJ and NiKo look like. So if I was to place NiKo, I'll think about this.
Oh, you do that. You do that. Well, Fox missing the gap shot. And look at this, he's going to provide cover, so his teammates can run very, very fast here. And this timing is pretty sick. And actually, NiKo's pushed up the box. He's got the perfect position for this. Very unlucky, actually, that you know, from FaZe that this is the case that he's in that position. You don't expect that. But to be honest, you know, we saw in the past matchup, we saw Fnatic, I believe, using a Molotov and then a smoke on that position. And I think more teams should do that. This team did not. And so they fell. Horn of Gondor has been sounded, James. And all the CTs. There is a prick to attention. They will shut down the push. They'll pour the boiling oil on them.
The horn of what?
Gondor.
Who or what is Gondor?
It's the horn that is. Isn't Gondor the?
Is this Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. Oh, what's his name? He's the guy who always dies.
I don't know about any horns in Lord of the Rings. Sean Bean?
Sean Bean, yeah. Yeah, the guy that he plays. I can't remember.
No idea, Dan.
I can't remember.
No idea. We saw some duels through mid, and...
Why do you have to ask me that question? Now you ruined it all.
Well, normally I expect you to, if you say something...
Follow through on the nerding. I just
know what it is.
I just couldn't this time. I'm sorry, James. Not every time can I follow through. I'll try. Well, let's see if Mousesports can get something going here. We have a pretty decent setup for them. They've got the anti-B split setup going, which means that A is a little bit weaker, a little bit more susceptible to being attacked, as you only have one player directly on the site or typically on car. chrisJ is actually in quite a forward position there. If we were to see that setup, that NIP run with that Molotov for the box on A, actually, that would be an insanely strong round against what Mousesports are doing here. But instead, actually no, it looks like they're going to throw some nades in here for a bit of a set piece. Let's see how it works for Mousesports.
Doesn't seem to be as convoluted as the NIP one, though.
No Molotovs, no.
There we go. We've got two man on road, and NiKo is going to remain undetected there. kioShiMa and aizy go down. Fox jumping, and he's going to get punished for doing so. The bomb almost falling down. NiKo wants the ace here. He wants to kill everyone. Rain, last man standing. Just NiKo things.
He has gone Legolas mode, man. He's just tapping heads, getting everybody.
Yeah, NiKo wants to save.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is, again, like you say, not as convoluted there as the NIP set piece. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one thing that NIP do is, I think sometimes they get the Molotov down into the position where NiKo was at.
Rain. You never know with Rain. I feel like the more frags he gets, the stronger he gets with power, but not on that occasion. Did some damage, though. I wouldn't say good damage or bad, but he did some damage to the Mousesports economy. But you can see it looks pretty healthy at the moment. Then again, Mousesports still have half the round of FaZe. Half the rounds of FaZe. So you can see FaZe on the eco. I mean, FaZe, the good thing for FaZe, if there is a good thing other than the score differential at the moment, is that they're going to be at max loss bonus. So they're going to have money thrown at them every round they continue to lose here. So their next buy is going to be Monster with the team on around $3,000. They're probably at well, they are at max loss bonus already, having lost 6 rounds in a row.
Look at all those CT rounds in a row, man. That's amazing.
Stand and hold angles, let's go.
CT's strong. My goodness gracious me. Well, it looks like one more will be added, should probably be added to the tally here. The expectation here is quite low for FaZe. It's a quality buy. One of those pistols, we've got Mousesports with a superior arsenal at their disposal as they lay waste, potentially. Waste is slowly being laid here. And the waste will be laid onto these tees.
Do you lay waste slowly, Dan?
They've been totaled.
Do you lay waste slowly? Do you bring a newspaper?
Excuse me?
Don't answer that. 14-8, and again, indeed, FaZe are going to be out with the big buy. We've got loads of nades in for the side. Fox on the AWP, of course, but he has terrible spawn. I don't know that he's the type who often goes for those early duels towards long anyway. He'll be more concerned with mid.
This is starting to be more and more possible here for Mousesports as they go to the double AWP, but the double AWP play, let's see if it works here against this very fast aggression towards the A-long area. They force all the defense for A towards the A bomb site, because also Catwalk is held by FaZe right now, and so they actually have a good position to do some real damage here. Now, what do they decide to do? Do they decide to commit here with all the players into long, or do they decide to actually rotate people back? Looks like they're just going to keep it simple. They're going to commit in, and Speedy's going to take the first frag onto Rain. aizy will creep forwards, and there's no frag there from the peak of NiKo. That's a really big deal right now. FaZe might be able to get in here. Looks like Speedy, though, able to take a player through the smoke. Has to go for the reload, though, immediately, expending so much in the way of bullets. Now it's going to be next here on the site. Able to get a quick frag there. The bomb goes down. And this is a really good defense so far from Mousesports. It could be a little bit better. Let's see if they can close it down, though. We've got the last few players being eliminated. Mousesports reign victorious here. And one more round from 11 now to a mere 5, James. They are close to Mount Doom.
Yeah, this recovery is quite considerable in its success. Speedy's on almost 16k. Indeed, we have a tactical pause coming in here. FaZe trying to figure out what they need to do to take things over the line, to breach that, to breach. They've got 5 more opportunities before. I mean, at this point, I think Mousesports are already too close for comfort against FaZe. They have momentum on their side. They haven't dropped a single round since the pistol. And the CT side seems to be completely OP in this little vacuum.
Yeah, I was going to say, does someone want to win a T round? Does somebody want to win a T round?
Rain up there with 25 frags for his side. So aizy still putting in work as well. And on the other side, we have Nex up there. And again, it's always important. I think Nex fragging strongly is a good indicator, generally speaking, for how Mousesports are doing on any one map.
Yeah, you can usually, even if NiKo's not getting a lot of frags, you can usually expect that if he's in a position to get frags and have frags, even if he doesn't have the most frags, they're probably pretty impactful. We've seen that situation happen a few times. For example, the set piece into A when NiKo just popped pretty much everybody. And, you know, from this position that can be quite easily Molotov'd. But if you give NiKo a little bit to work with, he is going to take a whole lot away from you.
One problem for Mousesports, though, is that in 23 rounds, chrisJ has 9 kills. And when you look at Dust 2, you think chrisJ, no? For Mousesports. So that is obviously a humongous problem for them. chrisJ has as many kills as Mousesports have rounds. And FaZe are 2 rounds away from taking this to 1-1. So I think they're going to need a stronger performance from him on the CT side going forward if they are to continue this run of rounds to bring things back to 14-14.
Yeah, it's definitely a funny situation, to be honest. Quite a novel one with this CT-sidedness. But we're going back into this one now. The tactical has come to a close, and we will see the efforts here of the FaZe side as to what they decide to do. Now, the thing is, for Mousesports, do they decide to get a little bit aggressive now? Because that's a very good response sometimes to a team that takes the tactical. Because you get to shut down any plan that they have, take a player out of commission right at the start of the round. Then if they had a plan, now their plan has to change. So all that stuff that they worked on in the tactical, it's now no longer going to help you too much. But looks like they'll go for a passive play. They got a very, very committed defense on long. Look how deep NiKo is. And FaZe themselves playing a slow opener to the round as well. Slowly but surely taking control towards midding and count. Hopefully we see the pop flash. There it is. Make sure that no CT is close to the door. Hearing you running on catwalk, and boom. Back onto cat.
So we have a meticulous approach from FaZe at present.
Good nades.
Meat but no potatoes with that particular nade. So FaZe with a standard opening. And we may see a similar execute. There's a reasonable gap in that smoke for NiKo to play with. However, he should expect to be flash in that position. So he's got the T's dropping into CT spawn, but there's a player on slope for the CTs. So what does Fox choose to do now? He's kind of stuck between both sides, and next will go down with no answer just yet. chrisJ trying to hold down the B bomb site. Tag onto Rain as well, hiding behind the barrel there, and down goes Rain. So chrisJ with a great individual performance, wasting time for his team, but they are still very far away. Speedy coming through T spawn, the bomb site taken now by the T's, 2 versus 2.
Yeah, it's really down to this flank actually, whether or not it's checked for immediately. They might not check it for the first few seconds, but Speedy equally not pushing in very quickly either, so maybe wasting a little bit, but he is actually, trying to wait for NiKo to get into a spot where he can do something. together with NiKo, but now the problem is that Fox is in position at the back of Plateau. He's looking towards the also now NiKo's doing some distraction. Now Spitty has to go in. He's got to go in. He's a bit late here. He does get the first round of the Fox though, and with just a mere 6 points of health there on the remaining player here for FaZe jkaem. He still gets it though. With 6 health, he's going to take the round. 4 kills, and now it's match point for FaZe, or rather, sorry, game point if you want to be all tennis in this.
Hashtag Lindsay Davenport. Well, Mousesports on the cusp of getting into double figures here. I mean, look at the buy. FaZe won the round, but look at their buy. Their buy sucks. So Mousesports, I mean, we had one of their plays with almost 16k at the beginning of this. Although Mousesports going into passive positions here. They've got control of short, but they've definitely lost long. There is a player sitting in there, and he can just stay there for a while now. We've got Spitty aggressive towards short, but again, he's on his own. He's got nobody in for support. There are 2 AWPs on the Mousesports side. They're keeping one over towards A. chrisJ delivered towards B, so NiKo can use the range of the AWP to stay on the site. But it is a bit of a risk having Spitty on his own towards short, but they'll use the nades to try and support him, and he may be forced away by the aggression here from FaZe.
Yeah, and so I like that they're committing 2 players to catwalk. We saw yesterday, actually, a spot where I think it may have actually been FaZe. I'm not sure. Can't remember now. But maybe it's G2, actually, where they would split up their defense. 1 guy on long, 1 guy on short. But here we've got actually a push here from the CTs. Going into up the dark, they'll actually be able to get a single kill before Denis falls back. Feeling the presence of the additional Ds, trying to get the trade on him, and they're going to go for it through the flames, and they're going to get sprayed down by Denis. So he's going to be in there with the triple kill, and Rain is not with many options here. He's going to get smoked off. He has the bomb, but he doesn't really have time. 30 seconds is not enough time, I don't think, to play this one out. And looks like FaZe are going to lose this round. So Mousesports back to winning ways, perhaps. And very odd Dust 2 we're seeing.
FaZe are about to be reset like a Super Nintendo, Dan.
Takes a while for those things to get going again. Never had one though, so wouldn't know. That's my guess.
Well,
All right then. They're gonna just. I mean, how much money do they have? Can they afford to lose that much?
I think they can. Yeah, they've got loads of money in the bag. Well, Dan, Super Nintendo was cartridge based, so it was pretty much an instant reset.
Oh, okay.
Didn't take long at all.
Nice.
Literally the opposite of what you were suggesting.
Nice. But that's weird though, because your point should be that it takes a long time to get back in, right?
Well, I think it's the abruptness of it. Basically, if you were at someone else's house and you whipped them at a game, they would normally just turn off the Super Nintendo and rage that. That was a very common occurrence.
Ah.
So.
And the Amiga 500 Plus, those things did take quite some time to reboot.
So FaZe get reset. They have the AWP still onto Rain, as opposed to Fox. I do not understand why at this point. He has not passed it over. Maybe Rain's not feeling it. I mean, Fox, which is fine. That's fine.
More painful than untimely Windows update, James. This reset here. But they actually have something to work with. Do they know the nades check?
I think, I want to believe that. I want to believe we've seen increased discipline from them. The run boost is the new meta in Counter-Strike at the moment. Hashtag blame JW. And this is going to go undetected. NiKo's in trouble here. He couldn't get taken down. Maybe he got a sound cue. We've got flashes. Everybody's blind. The bomb needs to go down here. The FaZe. We've got jkaem flying to his death. And the FaZe players are all over the place, but the bomb's still not getting planted. Why are they planting the bomb there?
Well, they're getting some kills, which is going to definitely help them at some point, but it's Denis, chrisJ, and Spitty still left alive with full HP and some nades to try to mount the comeback, and at this point, they just need to win the round. They don't care about plants. They don't give a damn. Let's get the round 1. And kioShiMa has very, very low health there towards Gandalf, and Rain is going to be on the huge position, gets sprayed down. Now down to the 2 players with pistols and low HP, and wow, actually surviving there is kioShiMa after making a frag by Gandalf. He's going to be very, very troublesome, and there's going to be Spitty to take down aizy, and kioShiMa will go down by Gandalf. And it's actually funny that that's called Gandalf, considering now that we were talking about a lot of the rings earlier. And it is still the weirdest call out because it makes absolutely no sense, I must say. I blame the Swedes. You taught it to me. So, 15-11, Jake. another CT round 1.
Nice.
Will we go to overtime? Is there an overtime on the cards? Hashtag Janko was wrong.
What did Janko say?
Well, he said that Mousesports would win this match.
I'd say they had a good chance of doing it as well. And they are showing that their chance is increasing then. The chance is increasing, at least of survival in normal time. But FaZe are pushing over towards the A site and they're going to get another plant in, another short plant. The pistols coming out and the CTs, they are equal in terms of men. But jkaem and aizy with a dirty crossfire here. aizy looking to extend it as well. Denis, don't know what he's doing with the grenade, it's going to go down!
Oh, awkward. This is awkward, Jace. That was incredibly awkward. Let me just reload my weapon here. Do not mind me. Spinny going in now. It's a front on the Fox, but this is getting quite desperate at the moment. There's not a lot of time to play with. He's got a flashbang. He's got to go for the manly play. He's got to throw the flash and go for this full defuse. But no, it's going to be the round there for FaZe, and they'll actually close down Dust 2. Mousesports not able to climb all the way back. Perhaps
they weren't able to climb the wall down.
The ring was stolen after all by Nygaard.
They tried to climb the wall, but people poured the petrol over the side.
And they're all dead now. So, Janko, welcome back. Obviously, not the way we expected that to go at all.
No. But something that we did expect happened then.
What was that?
Which is Mouse kept losing to pistols. You know, after they win the round, they win the pistol round, they have guns, and they get wrecked by pistols yet again. And how fitting is it that they lose the game when they were starting to mount that comeback again to pistols? Why? Because they play super defensively, too passively on that A bombs, and they just let the T's get full control, plant the bomb, and after that it gets kind of awkward for them. They even lost one player, and I mean, as you just saw in the round itself, they did lose it sometimes. It can go either way. You give a chance to the T's then to have a bit of luck with some good headshots, one digs if they have the deagles, or to just, you know, gang up on you with the Tech 9s, basically. So obviously the match wasn't lost in the second half for Mousesports. It was lost in the first half, and I think that they really did go on a slight tilt after again losing that second round, because it happens to them time and time again. I feel that at this point they themselves don't even know what to do anymore. Granted, in this particular round, it was a couple of really insane shots where there's not much they could do about it, but still, I think that we were praising them for Dust 2 being their strongest map. They needed to show more on the T side. For me, it's not the case that they weren't trying different things. It's just that whatever they went for, it didn't work. Rain had an insane performance, and they just got completely shut down.
Train. All right, well, I was waiting to see if you would be like, yeah, Janko, I thought this, but you just want to get into the next map, don't you, James?
The problem is, when Janko goes first, he's just too concise. So what can I possibly add?
Okay, next time I'm going to you then first.
Do it. I'm ready.
I'm sorry, James.
No, it's fine. It's why we pay you.
Okay, then I'm not sorry, James. Thank you.
Okay, guys, well, it's time to take a quick little break, of course. And remember, you can grab tickets to Wembley. That is what these teams are fighting for through these playoffs, to just get that spot, that land spot at the Wembley Arena at the end of next month, 25th, 26th of June. You can get tickets for as little as £15, but there are many packages which are more expensive if you want to get, you know, better seats, if you want packages to go there and spend some time with your friends, watch some Counter-Strike. Then Wembley is the place to be next month. So check it out, wembley.csgoleague.com. But for now, we will take a quick break. We'll be back with the last map between FaZe and Mousesports here to end the broadcast for today. We'll see you in a moment.